Hi, my tubies, my Teletubbies. SheilaTruelove, truly loving you. Well, you never believe it. It's like 2 o'clock. What time is it? Get out. It's 2 o'clock p.m. I just recently woke up, made myself some tea. Mm, I can't believe this. I'm sleeping this late. But anyway, like I told you, your ex-narc, they will be calling you again. You will hear from them again. I just wanted you to listen in. As you know, Gregory Elliott, if you've seen my previous videos, you know that that was the love of my life. I loved that man with everything that I pretty much had, if you will. Well, not really, because I mean, whatever. Anyway, I didn't put my makeup. I didn't do. But anyway, I wanted to share this phone call with you because, like I said, if you were, um, if you were if you were good to your ex narc, I assure you, you will be hearing from them again. And like I said, Gregory, he is not in such a great state right now. Wow, the guy is he's 69. He's soon going to be 70. Oh, excuse me. This year, he'll be 70 years old. Unreal. This man is strong. I'm sorry to say, this man has been through so much, and he has such a strong constitution. I can't believe it. I just got to washing my hands and taking a shower. I gotta go get my rings and put my rings back on, cause even though you're in the bed sleep, you still gotta get up, take your shower, get yourself together. Oh wait, let me go get my rings because I feel naked. Yeah, like I said, I'm just so used to wearing my rings. My friend Dale, he put these on me as a protection to keep away the clowns, the circus clowns. And I just told him that I would definitely keep the ring on. I just take it off when I shower. But I wanted you to hear um, Gregory. Like I said, he's in a nursing home now. He has Alzheimer's, I believe. He has the virus, the HIV virus, and he has dementia. I think that comes along with the virus after a while. And just listen in. Let me see. Hold on. Hold on.
Powering
Trying to
off.
see if this speaker could come on so you could hear it.
I'm good. How are you? How are you?
Oh, Sheila, it's so good. Oh, wow. Oh, God. Oh, Jesus. Oh, boy.
So you still
Well,
hanging
can
in
I
there?
see you?
I can't come out, baby. We have the coronavirus right now.
Huh?
They have the corona. We can't come out. No one can come out.
No one can come out?
No,
Wow.
nobody.
Huh?
No one can come out. No one.
I don't understand it.
Well, there's a coronavirus out. Long story, baby. I can't. I can't right now. I can't.
You can't.
Now, I had stopped going into detail with him regarding the coronavirus that we have going on right now because he also has schizophrenia. Schizophrenia, paranoia, the virus, dementia. You see, this is why people have to be very careful how they treat other people. And people have to be careful with all of this sleeping around and thinking that it's not going to happen to me and all the above. So what I did is I caught myself because I remember he has schizophrenia and paranoia. And if you're telling him about a coronavirus, they would just freak out. They would have a hard time with him in this nursing home that he's in. So I just shut that down real quick because no, I had to change the subject because he would be paranoid.
You can't what?
I can't go. I can't come out there. I can't come out there to see you right now. I can't.
Oh, you can't come outside? You can't come out
I can't
of
come
the
out.
house?
Right, right. I can't come out of the house right now. Just right
Okay.
now. Not right now.
Oh
How are
God,
you doing?
it's so good to hear from you. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
No, baby, I would never forget you. You know, I love you. I love you very
You
much.
you you, you have a phone?
Yes?
Hello.
Uh, should I have the number?
Yes.
Now you see how the dementia works? He called me. He asked the nurse. The nurse called me on the phone and said, Gregory Ellie would like to speak with you. Um, yeah. And I'm like, you don't remember? And like I had asked him, so what were you doing, before you called me? He says, I don't remember. I don't really. So I was like, wow, I thought Alzheimer's and dementia, I didn't know that they work like one in the same. Their memory is just totally shot. He can't even remember that he called me. I was like, really? Oh, but even though they do you wrong, when you see them in a state like this, even though they may have hurt you, and trust me when I tell you, Tubies, this man hurt me like I've never been hurt in my life. Never been hurt in my life. The second greatest hurt that I've had is the situation with my children and how this cult, Jehovah's Witness religion, managed to turn your kids, can even pull your family apart. That hurt me as much as this situation with Greg. But other than that, those are the two major hurts that I've ever felt in my life. Anyway, but just because they hurt you like that, and when you see them in a situation like this, you don't want to treat them poorly and you don't want to be vengeful, mean, and hateful. Nah. Because, like I said, I am trying to develop a Christ like personality and and I feel bad for him, to be honest with you. I really do. I really do. But, like I told you, once you cheat on SheilaTruelove, I'm done with you. And that's because I was with this man for 9 years. 9 years. And he and I were going to get married. I remember he bought me the engagement ring. I had the ring and everything. But something kept telling me, don't do it, Sheila. Don't do it. Don't do it. You know? And it was a nice ring. It was a nice diamond. I think he stole it, if you want my view. I think he stole it. But it was he got a real diamond. Anyway, it was a nice size diamond, too. I pawned it. But so after all was said and done. But I know it feels good when someone has done you so badly and you get to see God's justice, you know, it does feel good. Just like I told you, my ex-husband, he came by last week, and with that situation, he was called. I went out I was singing in my kitchen, and I had my terrace door open, and all of a sudden, my ex-narc, another ex-narc, but he was my husband. I married him, and he calls me from my terrace. Come to the door, come to the door. And I'm coming out there, and he goes into details. I never cheated on you, Sheila. When we was together, I never cheated. I was like, whatever. I just walked back into my house, Tubies, and I closed the door. I closed the goddamn door because I didn't want to hear it. Hadn't seen him for a minute, and then when you do come by, the first words out of his mouth should have been, I have the money that I owe you. The second word should have been um apologizing and coming out clean. You're gonna come to me after not having seen me for a minute and start lies? That's how you're gonna come at me? I just walked back in my house and closed the goddamn door, and I didn't even bother looking back. Don't even bother. Anyway, let's get back. Like I said, just because they have done some awful things to you, when you see them in predicaments like this, you got to kind of feel a little sorry for them, you know? And I do. And I told Gregory I love him, and I do love him. I love my ex-husband too. I love everyone pretty much, but it's the agape type of love. You know, the type of love that's a God-like love? That's the love I feel for everyone.
Yes, absolutely. Yes. You want me to give it the number to the nurse? You want me to give it to the nurse?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So put the nurse on the phone so I could give her the number.
Jenna speaking.
Jenna, hi. He wants my phone number.
Yes.
I don't know how. I hope he, because this is like the.
I don't understand how yeah.
So right. Can they make sure that he keeps this number, please?
Well, I don't know if we have it in the chart. I can look, and then you can just ask us. But again, like, I don't know if you can tell his number.
I know, baby. I know. It's hard. I know. But can you take down the number? Let me write it. Tell it to you right now.
Let me see. Are you in his contact here?
Yeah, they need to get the other nurse.
Addie?
Sherry.
Sheila.
They need to get the other nurse. I said this with her so he could see, because the way his mind works, I have to say, I should have got the phone number to where he is too. I do have Greg's number. I do. I know I have it somewhere. And I've been down there to see him like 3 times. He's like 3.5 hours away from me. I yeah. Anyway, so I do this in front of him so he could see Jenna. I'm talking to Jenna. Did you see that I gave Jenna the phone number? This makes hopefully and put him at ease. But guess what? 5 minutes later, he won't remember any of this. But he remembers me and he remembers his son, Raheem. When I mentioned his sister Robin and his sister Cheryl and some of the Facebook friends who have called him, because people did like Greg. I got to give that to him. He wasn't like my ex-husband. My ex-husband, he was full-blown narc. Gregory wasn't a full-blown narc. Gregory had a human side to him. My ex-husband, total monster. Total. But anyway, yeah, and he didn't remember Robin, his sister. I was like, Robin, you don't remember? You're here.
Sheila.
Sheila, yes, it's right here.
646.
Yep.
361-9066.
That's me.
That's me.
Yep.
Yeah, we have it.
Yay!
Yes, we do have it.
See,
Okay,
Greg?
great.
Do you
Thank you.
see?
Okay.
See?
You want to talk to him again?
Yeah, please.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, hopefully he sees.
We do have the number.
That's right, baby.
Hello?
Yeah, honey. You have my number. They have my number.
Yeah. Oh, God.
So if you want to talk to me, just ask them to dial it for you.
Like they did now.
And then you'll be able to talk to me.
Oh, God, yes.
So tell me, what have you been up to?
I don't know, Sheila. I don't know. What have I been up to?
You're so funny. You're still very funny, man.
But it's good to hear from you.
Yeah. So how are you feeling?
I'm feeling you.
I'm feeling you still a pimp.
Oh, God.
I said to him, you still a pimp, dude. You still got that talk. How you feeling? I'm feeling you. That's pimp talk. I'm feeling you. He's still funny. He was always funny.
God.
You're still a pimp, dude.
Oh, Sheila.
You're funny.
Oh, my goodness.
So anyway,
it's good how have you been?
I've been good. Louis has been good, and Samara. Remember Samara? Samara's good, and Justice, and Sade, and Lassetti. Everybody's good. Lassetti is
God.
family.
I don't think I remember Lassetti.
Well, have you spoken to Cheryl?
God. Yes.
Have you spoken to Cheryl? Have you spoken to Cheryl, your sister Cheryl?
I don't remember.
I know. Okay.
I don't remember.
I know. Okay. Well, as long as we're talking now, that's all that's important.
But listen.
Yeah?
How can I see you?
I have to come down there, baby, when I get a chance. I can't.
How far am I away from you?
You're like 3 hours, 3.5 hours away from me. You're not that far.
3.5 hours car drive?
Yep, by car.
Goodness.
By car, 3.5 hours.
Oh, God, it's good to hear from you.
Yeah, so what are you doing now? What were you doing before I called? What were you doing?
What was I doing?
Yeah, what are you doing?
I'm in a hospital. It looks like a hospital.
No, you're in like a nursing home. You're like a nursing home? You're in a nursing home.
Yeah. Okay, I'm in a nursing home.
Yeah, they're taking good care of you. Are they taking good care of you?
So I asked him, what were you doing before I called? That makes him see that I'm calling you. He don't remember even calling. Whatever. But when I said I called you, that makes him know that somebody's thinking about him. And you know, in his state, you got to try to make him feel. I don't know. I don't know how my tubies feel about this. Maybe they feel that I'm being a little too nice to someone who treated me so badly. But maybe I would have been a bitch if he wasn't in this situation. You know what I mean? So I tell him that I called him. I told him that actually, I did visit him. I visited him 3 times. And I have called him. I have called, but I think it's good for him to feel that I'm calling him and somebody's checking in on him. It always feels good when people call you because it lets you know that people are thinking about you. I know when people call me, I appreciate it, because that means that you're thinking about me. So for what reason did he decide to call me? I don't know. I thought maybe he forgot about me. You know what I mean? But I spoke with his what is it, social worker. She had called me. That's when I was at the office at my job, and she was saying that he wanted to speak to me. He was getting a little rambunctious, and after he speaks with me, normally he tends to calm down. Because he has schizophrenia. And normally when I speak with him and he hears my voice, and I can say, "What's going on, Gregory? What's going on? What are you afraid? What's going on?" They want to give me medicine. They want to try to give me this because he knows that when we were together, I used to anything that they wanted to give him, I would always do the research on it to make sure he feels comfortable with it. So I guess now he's at this point where when he gets a little rambunctious, he does remember me. And that feels good. And I'm not gonna lie, that feels really good. But I tend to can calm him down so far. Thanks to Yahweh, Jehovah, and Jesus Christ. Anyway, here we go.
Yeah, I think so. I'm alive. I'm breathing.
Oh, that's so great, baby. It's good to hear from you.
Oh God, it's good to hear from you, Sheila.
Well, I try to call you. Yeah. I call you like every. I try to call you every 2 weeks.
You've been calling. Have you been calling me every 2 weeks?
Every 2 weeks, and your sister too. Robin, you remember Robin? Yes.
I haven't been calling him every 2 weeks, but you know what I said? Like I told you before, I think it makes them feel good. And his sister, some people have called him, but we don't call every 2 weeks. I just say that so he could feel, like he's loved and he hasn't been forgotten. And you get it.
Robin, your sister?
Oh, who?
Robin.
My sister?
Yes, Robin. You don't. You remember your sister, Robin?
Huh?
You don't. Robin, your sister has been calling you. Your son. You remember your son?
Yeah. Yeah, Raheem.
See, he remembers Raheem. See, I didn't have to say his son's name. He remembers his son. I said, "Your son, Raheem." He remembers that. That's good. Yes. Have we called every 2 weeks and all that? No, we haven't, but we have called. I have called Greg. His sister, Facebook people, like I said, have called him because he wasn't such a bad cat. His moon was in Aquarius. My other ex, his moon was in Aries. Mean sucker. My ex-husband. Greg Aquarius, they're universal, they're people, they're kind of nicer, they kind of belong to the universe, they like their freedom, all of that stuff, and they're more humane. Aries, baby, please. Please. Hitler was an Aries. I rest my case.
See, you remember your son. That's good.
I want to see you, Sheila.
Honey, I know, baby, but I can't. I can't right now.
What do you mean you can't?
Because I can't. I can't. So you saw your son, Raheem.
Uh-huh.
Because, Raheem came down there. Robin came down there. I've been down there. Everybody's been down there to see you, but you don't remember.
And yeah, that we did. We even took pictures. They're posted on Facebook. Robin took the pictures. I wish I had copies of it. But we're all on Facebook with him, hugging him. I think I have one picture of him in the nursing home. He has on like this red, yellow, green, multicolor sweater, and he's in a wheelchair, sitting in a wheelchair. But whatever, it is what it is. But like I said, honey, if you were good supply, even when they have dementia, they're going to remember you.
Oh, God. Oh, Jesus.
But anyway, let's talk about, I don't know. You want to talk about something? Do you have something you want to talk about?
Just you.
Well, me?
Yeah.
I want to talk about you.
Huh?
I want to talk about you. Do you remember me? Do you remember at least me, Sheila?
You asked me, do I remember you? Oh, God, yes, I remember you.
That's wonderful. That's good.
That was a dumb thing to ask, right? Maybe I wanted my ego stroked. I don't know. But of course you remember me. How the hell did you call me if you don't remember me? Really? That's nice. That goes to show I was more than good supply, because I mean, even when you get to the point where a person has dementia and they still remember you, I must have been one hell of a supply. And like I said, when I love a person, I love the hell out of that man. I will go all out, as I'm sure a lot of my tubies understand. At the same time, as much as I love you, I love Sheila more. I love me more. I love the attention that he used to give me. I love the way he used to make these candlelight dinners. I love the way he used to give me like the 5-star treatment. He used to get me lobsters and seafood, and he used to take me to these places at the South Seaport, the 5-star restaurants. The way this man treated me, it was amazing. And I love the attention. He used to have flowers sent to my job where everybody could see. He was like a romantic. My ex-husband, both of them are Taurus. Their sun sign is Taurus. But their moon, that's what I'm saying. Don't pay attention to the sun sign. Look at the moon and the Mercury, honey. That moon and the Mercury is what's going to tell you. My moon is in Leo. My Mercury is in Capricorn. I'm a Capricorn. My Greg is a Taurus. His moon is in Aquarius. His Mercury is in Aries. That's why we couldn't communicate too well. My ex-husband, he is a Taurus. His moon is in Aries. His Mercury is in Aries. His Mars is in Aries. All this Aries. I was like, oh, can't do that one. Not for me. Not saying that Aries are bad people. They're just not for me, because I find them to be very childish. They're very impulsive. They do things without thinking. You see, me, I think things through and then I act. Aries, let's take for instance a swimming pool. Before you jump into a swimming pool, you're going to make sure there's water in it. Aries don't do that. They just they go running, and then they just jump, bam, they don't know water, dude. Did you even check to see if there was water? Impulsive, like children. And that was my ex-husband, dust mite. And that's why we couldn't get along. Emotionally, we were good because his moon is in Aries, mine is in Leo. That works. But mentally, when it comes to that communication, come on, without it, baby, your relationship is useless. You can't communicate. With Gregory, his was in Aries too. No, they were always going to be in the position of being the child. I was always going to have to be the parent. So I had to ask myself, what's up with me that I keep picking these kind of men? The reason why I pick Taurus, I love Taurus men because they're very masculine. I love masculine type men, you know? And because I have a strong personality and I want someone who have a stronger personality than mine. And they do. When it comes to like the warrior part, they are warriors. Trust me when I tell you. Protecting me, I never had to worry about that with my ex-husband. When it came to Greg, they ain't gonna let nobody put their hand on me. That's not gonna happen. Not on their watch. But when it came to adult making decisions, I always had to be in the seat. I have things that I need to work out with me. Why do I keep picking these men who? Because you know what? I don't want to be controlled. I think that's what it is. I don't want no man to control me or try to dominate me. I love my mom to death. She's my everything. We were best friends. At the same time, my mom was very domineering. I'm not going to say controlling. She was very domineering. And I think that's the reason why I picked the type of men that I picked. I don't want no man who could dominate me. I don't want that. I want even playing. I want it to be even. But so far, I've been picking men who I'm not going to say I can't dominate Greg. I couldn't dominate Robert Dustmite. I can't dominate them. I couldn't do it for the life of me. The Taurus, you're going to dominate no Taurus. That ain't happening. That ain't happening. So, but I like strong men. I'm just terrified of finding somebody who's going to dominate me. And I don't want that. I want someone who knows how to be a partner, not a dictator. So I just have to go, I don't know, leave it in God's hands, honey. But at least I see where the problem lies. You know? Whoa.
Uh-huh.
Because, Raheem came down there, Robin came down there, okay. I've been down there. Everybody's been down there to see you, but you don't remember.
Yeah, he doesn't really remember.
Oh, God. Oh, Jesus.
But anyway, let's talk about, I don't know. You want to talk about something? Do you have something you want to talk about?
Just you.
Well, me?
Yeah.
I want to talk about you.
Huh?
I want to talk about you. Do you remember me? Do you remember at least me, Sheila?
You asked me, do I remember you? Oh, God, yes, I remember you.
That's wonderful. That's good.
Oh, boy. Oh, thank you. Thank you.
So what do you do? What do you do for fun? What do? You watch TV? I know you watch TV, right?
Trying to make conversation with him is like pulling teeth. It's very hard. Trying to come up with some conversation. Wow. Because it's but I try to treat him like I don't know, like his brain is normal. Like your brain is normal. I want to talk to you about regular conversation. You know what I mean? Because for some reason I think there's got to be a way you could just still reach them. Like I'm ready to play table topics with the man. I'm going to ask you questions, Gregory, and you just answer them. I should have did that when anyway, when he calls me again, I'm going to do table topics and see if that works, just to give us conversation so we can have something to keep, things going. Yeah, I got this here. This is what I had bought when I was married. These are the type of things that I wanted to do with my husband, to keep our marriage spicy and to keep it interesting. I used to buy things like this, Truth or Dare. It's for couples. Truth or Dare. And it's fun. It's something for couples. But he was my ex-husband. He didn't like to use his brain. So it's like whatever. And then I used to buy things like this. It says for husbands and wives. I did everything to try to make that marriage work and try to keep it alive. This is cute. When someone hurts you or lets you down, how do you handle it? What do you think forgiveness means? That's cute. If you could take a class on any subject, what would it be? If you could teach a class on any skill or subject, what would it be? This is so cute, and I wanted all of this. When I was married, I used to get some sexual books, and I cut out the pictures. I would tear the pictures out, and then you fold them up, and then you put it in the bag, and you shake it up, and whatever you pick, I tell my husband, pick out whatever. It's your turn to pick it out, and whatever position or whatever type of sex this picture was showing us, that's the kind of sex we was gonna have. To try to spice it up. He couldn't keep up with that either. It was just no, man. I had all these great ideas for my marriage. Everything I tried, everything. Whatever.
Right?
I guess I don't know. I don't know, Sheila.
Okay. So before I called you, what were you doing?
I guess, I just ate, I guess.
Oh, you just ate. Okay.
Really?
I think, yeah.
Wow.
I was just sitting here. they told me I had a phone call.
No, baby.
And it's you.
Wow.
Yes, it's me.
That's great.
Well, yeah. So, I don't know if you play games. I don't know what you do.
What games do you play now? Wow, I can't believe that dementia honestly works like that. Where what were you doing previous to when, before you called me? What were you doing previously? I don't know. I was sitting here, and they said that I had a phone call. I didn't call him. So, okay, I wanted to ask him. You said you just got through eating. What did you just get through eating? They don't remember that type of stuff either. I thought that happens to people who have Alzheimer's. I didn't know. I got to do more research on dementia. Anyway, when it comes to the Truth or Dare, the Cosmo that I got this off of Amazon, you can get it off. It's Cosmo's Truth or Dare. Some of the questions is, tell me one thing I could do that would make you instantly orgasm. Now you could either tell me the truth or you could take the dare. The dare is, starting at my lips, kiss your way to your favorite part of my body, starting from my lips. You want to take the dare or do you want to tell the truth? Truth or dare? A truth. Which is your favorite kind of sex? Soft and sweet or aggressive and feisty? And the dare is, nibble on my ear in the most seductive way possible. Which one is it going to be? Truth or dare? See, I had this. This was fun for capos. God. Anyway. My ex-husband, he was too busy chasing after prostitutes, transvestites, faggots, and homeless street whores.
What kind of games do you play? Do you have any friends there? Do you have any friends?
Any friends here?
Do you have any friends?
No, not that I know of.
You don't know if you have any friends? Talking about.
Huh?
You don't even know if you have friends,
You're
baby?
Funny. Elliot, you're so funny.
Oh, boy. Well, I know I'm happy to hear from you.
Okay. Are you happy over there where you are? Are you happy?
Huh?
Are you happy over there where you're at?
Am I happy?
Yes. Where you're at?
I don't know. I'm not happy, but I'm happy to hear from you.
Okay.
It's good hearing from you, Sheila.
So why are you not happy? Or you don't like the nursing home? You're at a nursing home, and they take care of you. They take good care of you. Are you happy there?
I'm just happy to hear from you.
That's it. Wow. Okay.
I'm at a nursing home.
Yes.
Well.
Yeah, you're at a nursing home. He doesn't even know he's at a nursing home.
I feel good being alive hearing from you.
Okay.
I like that. I like this.
All right.
Oh, God is hearing from you. God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Sheila?
Yes?
Can I see you?
Honey, you already asked me that, Greg. I can't see you right now. I cannot see you right now.
Why you can't see me?
Because I can't come out. I can't come out.
You can't. What? Are you sick?
No.
Because there's. That's good.
No.
Huh?
I'm really. I don't want to say tied up. I'm not tied up.
What, you're tired? I mean, you're working. I know you're working.
Always working, darling. Always working.
Yes. Oh God, it's good to hear from you. It's good hearing from you.
Yeah, it's good to hear you too, Gregory. I love you, man.
Oh my goodness gracious. Oh boy.
So.
Oh, Sheila, it's so nice. Wow, you're so nice. Oh goodness.
Oh, baby.
Well, I have to go now. Okay, I have to go.
Okay. Huh?
I have to go, but you have my phone number. They have my phone number, so call me, okay?
Call me.
Yeah, I will.
Okay.
Hey, Miss, you got the phone number? She says yes.
Yes, she does.
She got her phone number?
Yes.
You want to call him on the payphone or something else, honey?
No. I got it. I have to go right now, but I just wanted him to know that you do have the number, and he can call me whenever he wants.
Okay.
And I have to go. Okay.
Then you got it. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Okay. Good night, Sheila.
Good night, baby.
Bye.
Bye.
I love you.
I love you too.
I love you, Sheila.
I love you too, baby.
Thanks.
Bye.
All right. Bye.
Wow. So there you have it. In the end, they end up, well, what they remember of what he remembers of me. Wow, 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 wow. You know, I used to say, I don't understand how is it that God tend to let these dudes get away with so much. They get away with murder. They make babies, they walk off and leave them. They have already a good woman, an amazing woman, and yet they're sitting around here cheating with some other female, and don't even tell this other female that they have someone. They go around hurting innocent women. Why would you do that when you already have a good woman already? She's attractive, she's hardworking, she helps pay bills, she's smart as hell, she's got an IQ mine's is 157. The last time I checked, 157 is no dummy. Okay? You have all of that. What's the problem? So I kept going, and I kept thinking about it. They seem to get away with it. These dudes seem to get away with murder, literally murdering people's heart, murdering women's soul, it seems. And then Jehovah took me to his sanctuary. Yahweh, Jehovah, Jesus Christ took me to their sanctuary, and then I made notes. I thought about my girlfriend. She had her husband. She was good to him. He cheated on her, even left her to live with the other woman. Later on, he had a heart attack. I think 4 years later, he contracted the virus, HIV. He ended up having a massive heart attack. The female that he left my girlfriend for, his wife, that woman that he was with, she made his life a living hell. They used to be fighting out in the street. I'm talking about fist fighting. He was pulling her by her hair, dragging her all through the floor, all throughout the neighborhood, in the building. Everybody saw this. This is the type of life that he had with her. So even though my friend may have felt that, wow, I lost my husband to another woman, he didn't have any peace though. His life was a living hell. Gehenna. His life was living hell. He died at the age of 56 years old. It's easy for us after we have been through so much trauma and PTSD from what these narcissists have done to us. And it's easy for us to blame God and say, God, you said that if they commit adultery, they're supposed to be punished. You don't agree with adultery. Why do they get to move on? Why is it that you didn't punish them? And we start to blame God, and we can almost, our faith can be weakened. So what I did, so that I prayed to my Heavenly Father, and I had to sit back and meditate and journal. And as I journaled, I wrote down, men don't get away with how badly they treat women. And then I had to go back into my history, and I had to think about things. And I made a list right here. Here it is. Here it is in my book. I don't know if you guys can see this clearly. It says, men don't always get away with whatever. And I got this right here. because I had to go inside and I had to do things. You know what I mean? And this is what I was writing down. Okay? And I wrote, I've always asked Jehovah, why is it that these men today get away with so much when it comes to the way that they have abused, cheated, and continuously mistreated women? They are supposed to be the leaders over women and children, yet they constantly give God and Christ their behind to kiss, and they refuse to be God-fearing. Then Jehovah, Yahweh, took me to his sanctuary through an epiphany, and he showed me how these men ended up. Let's start with my brother Michael, who cheated on his wife so badly until she was like traumatized, but she got even with him. She set him up. She made sure she had a man at home. She knew what time he would get off work. She made sure that when he get off work, he walked in and she had a dude going up in her, going at it strong. My brother was so hurt by that, he ran out of the house with a toy gun. He went to a bank. It was in the news. His name was Michael Blanchard. And he went to a bank with a toy gun to rob the bank, hoping that he would get shot. He pulled out the gun, hoping that they would shoot him. You see, he could dish it out, but he couldn't take it. Also, my brother Michael, he died at the age of 56, and his last days on this earth were miserable. Very sad the way I used to see my brother. He was an Aries. Okay? Aries. Now, he walked around, he ended up getting a pacemaker in his chest. They had to implant that in his chest. He died at 56. I think he went out there and smoked crack and it blew up his pacemaker or whatever the hell happened. 56 years old. After the way he used to treat women. My brother Michael was a womanizer. He used to cheat. Treat women so badly. My brother Ronald, he used to be a pimp. Now, what is a pimp? They sit up here encouraging women to sell their bodies, or they encourage women to do porno. They pay women to strip. When's the last time you ever seen a man pay a woman for going to church? When have you ever seen a man pay a woman for dressing like a lady? When have you ever seen a man pay women goo gobs of dollars and make it rain for her to be a good homemaker? They don't pay you for that, but they'll damn sure make it rain when it comes to you shaking your behind, being a prostitute on the street, looking at porno. Porno wouldn't exist if they didn't have any clients. They support that. They encourage women to do stuff like that. Why don't they encourage women to be good homemakers, go to church, dress like a lady, conduct yourself like a lady? Make it rain for that. Anyway, my brother Ronald, who was a pimp, he died in his 20s. And his last days on this earth was miserable and sad. And then I have my brother Derek, no good bastard, a Jehovah's Witness. Okay, a ministerial servant getting ready to be an elder in the Kingdom Hall of Jehovah's Witnesses. Okay, he tried to rape me, by the way, when I was a baby. And his penis, look at this, when I was not a baby, I was 5 or 6. I remember that. His penis was from here, look at from your elbow to your wrist. That's huge to put that on a little baby. Thank Jehovah for Kasim. He walked in and put it into whatever. And I told my mother about it. Yes, I did. My mother sent him away to his father, who was another abusive bastard. Anyway, he died in his 30s. Guess what he died of? His last days on this earth, trust me when I tell you. This was back in the 80s when all they had was AZT. He died suffering from AIDS in the 80s. Now, he was in his late 30s. Okay? Unfortunately, he gave the virus to my sister-in-law, who was beautiful. Her name was Cynthia. Cynthia would make Beyonce look like a boy. That's how sexy she was, how beautiful she was. And I sat there and watched my sister-in-law die slowly because, like I said, all they had was AZT back then. And when I saw how slowly she died, my mother loved her, the family loved her, and she had to die young because of his filthy, couldn't keep his penis out of prostitutes. Everything like my ex-husband. Prostitutes. Everything was about prostitutes. Anyway, he died a very painful, miserable death in his late 30s. And then I have my brother Kasim. He used to also pimp women, take advantage of women, cheat on his wife Diane, who was an amazing woman. She was a Pisces. My brother Kasim was Aquarius. Derek, the one who died, who tried to rape me, he was a Capricorn. I don't even deal with Capricorn men. I could keep them as friends because they're smart as hell. God, they're smart. They're brilliant. But as my man, I just can't do it. I'm sorry. And I know they're all not the same. Actually, I look at the moon and the Mercury, but I can't do Capricorn. Sorry. My brother Michael, he was an Aries. The one who cheated on my friend, he was a Pisces. Okay, Cassie was Aquarius. That's what I'm saying. Don't look at the sun sign, honey. Please don't look at people's sun sign. Look at their moon, their Mercury, and definitely their Mars when it comes to men. Because if you look at their Mars, you could tell if they're the cheating type. Trust me when I tell you. You don't have to take years and years out of your life. No. And I know people say, well, I don't believe in that, and I don't, because you don't understand it. People don't know how it works. I see it as psychology. I use it as psychology. I don't look at it like from worshiping the stars and bowing down and all of that. I don't do all of that crap. I use horoscopes, the zodiac, the same way it's psychology. I understand the psychology of it. And a lot of the things that it says, when you know how to work it, you don't have to waste years out of your life. You just don't. Anyway, then we have Felix. That was my children's father, who was a good father. He was a great provider. That man used to give me all his money plus the stub. But he cheated on SheilaTruelove. I married him like the Bible says. You're supposed to be a virgin. You're not supposed to have kids out of wedlock. I had 2 of his children within marriage. I did everything the way the Bible said I'm supposed to. And he cheated on me by hanging out with bad association. Now, he's a heroin junkie. And he's a crackhead. He's still alive. He's a Scorpio. I love Scorpio. But his moon is not in Scorpio. Look at that moon. Forget that sun. The moon, the Mercury, Mars. Then you don't have to waste time. Not only is he a crackhead and a heroin. Heroin is tough to kick. Okay, he's in and out of rehabs, and he's been in and out of jail. And regardless of how many rehabs that he's in and out of, he never succeeds. Never. You made babies and you walked off and you left them talking about, I'm not giving up my life for these kids because they're not going to give up their life for me. Well, baby, look at what your life is like now. And then we have Gregory, who you just heard on the phone. That was the love of my life. He's now wearing Pampers. He used to be a crackhead and a dope smoker. He used to smoke cigarettes. I don't know if he smokes cigarettes now. I don't think they permit that there. His memory is, do I have to tell you? His memory is completely gone. He has to use a cane, and anywhere he wants to get, only way he can get around is in a wheelchair. Okay? I think Jehovah's keeping him around to make him suffer the most, because the Bible says you will know who I am. Before you leave this earth, you're going to recognize who I am. Then we have Robert, my ex-husband, the dust mite. He's a crackhead, back on smoking cigarette, skinny as a rail, looked like a walking skeleton. I just saw him, like I said last week. The man looks terrible. Toe up from the flow up. Taurus. Okay? Gregory, Taurus. But their moon and all that, Rob, everything else is Aries. Whoa. Can't do Aries. Too childish. Don't wake up. Wayne Goodwin, who was a Taurus, a Jehovah's Witness. Father who was an elder. Okay, Wayne Goodman. He was cheating on his wife for over 7 years. Standing in the congregation looking like he was the good brother who's doing right, living according to the Bible. And little did anybody know that this dude was cheating for 7 years on his wife. Now he ended up shooting his side piece, the one he was cheating with. He shot her. It was in the news. Wayne Goodwin. He shot her, and then guess what? He turned the gun on himself and killed himself. Bam! So you see? And he had a wife. He had a wonderful wife. We used to see her in the meetings. She was humble. She was feminine. She was all that. Catering. supportive, but that wasn't good enough for him. No, he had this Spanish side piece that knew he was married. Guess what? She's dead too. Life is good, ain't it though? Mm-hmm. They were in their early 40s. In their early 40s. Jehovah exposed all he had done in a big way. All of this happened just like Proverbs chapter 6, verse 15. Proverbs 6, verse 15, it says, therefore his calamity will suddenly and instantly, he will be broken and there will be no healing. This happened suddenly, overnight. Really? And then we have Wanda, the woman in building 2 where I live. Her husband cheated on her constantly, even left her for another woman. Even left her. He ended up with very poor health. And the woman, once he got in port, his health started to decline. The woman that he left Wanda, his wife, for, guess what? She kicked him out. The moment he started getting sickly, nope. But a wife, we know, we stick by you for better, for worse. Even though I didn't put that in my vows, I made sure I didn't put that in my vows when I got married. I'm not sticking nowhere when it gets worse when I was marrying that clown. Because I had a feeling that what if he falls back on drugs? What if he this? What if he that? I'm not sticking around for none of the worst. So I made a covenant and a vow, but I didn't make no covenant and a vow for that. Because I made sure I eliminated that part out of the vows. I ain't sticking around for the worst part, baby. I'm out. Deuces. So once he took sick, she kicked him out. And guess what? The beauty happened. No one else was there to take care of Wanda's ex-husband, but she took him back in her home. She got to see him suffer every single day. She got to see the suffering, all the pain that he had caused her. God is good. She took him back in because no one else would, not even his family, nothing. He was destitute. She got to see his last days on this earth with him being in constant misery. She got to see it every day. And then, yeah. Now, all these dudes, they used to cheat, abuse, disrespect women, thinking that they wouldn't have to pay. But tubies, they have to pay. And that goes to show that Jehovah, Yahweh, and Jesus Christ, guess what? Yes, they do care about women. And you do have a protector. And you do have an avenger. So never sweat the small stuff. And please, don't be like me. I used to get so upset with Jehovah, Jesus Christ, because I was like, what's up? They keep getting away with it, Wow. And then Jehovah, boom, Holy Spirit had to take me back. Hold up, SheilaTruelove. Hold up. Go back. And I recorded all of it, so I'll never forget it. And you heard it here yourself with your own ears, how they end up. So you keep a stiff upper lip and keep your chin up, because, baby, they're not going to get away with the way they've treated you and the way that they've treated. Men don't get away with how badly they treat women, because we have a protector. We have someone who's going to avenge us, and that's your Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, sweetheart. So like I said, I love you. Share this video with a lot of the women who you know who have been hurt and who is constantly being hurt, even as we speak, being taken advantage of, and all the above. Please press the like button and share on your social media, wherever, Facebook, Twitter, whatever, and let them know, honey, karma has no deadline. It has no date of when it's no deadline. It's coming back at them. Trust and believe. And if you know that you were good supply, you know that you were good to these people. You know it. Don't worry about it. It's coming back at them. This is SheilaTruelove, truly loving you always. And please don't be like me. My faith was starting to get weaker. It was weakening. I never lost faith. Because you know you haven't lost your faith if you're still praying. Because people who are praying, why would you pray if you didn't have faith? you still keep praying because you are keeping hope alive and your faith is still there. And you probably have to build it up and strengthen it by reading your Bible, going to Christian meetings, go on YouTube and listen to some of the great speakers. Like, I love Joyce Myers. I love her. Charles Stanley, love him. And Carlos de Jesus. Oh, please do Carlos de Jesus, because you will be uplifted every day. And don't forget to read your devotionals every day. And always, I can't put enough emphasis on this, read the Proverbs of the day. There are 31 chapters in Proverbs. There are 31 days in a month. So always read your Proverbs of the day. This is SheilaTruelove, always loving you so much. Until next time, and don't forget, you always have a choice. Please, please choose wisely. I love you. Bye for now.